Good morning, dear students. Welcome to our English class. How are you all? Hope all of you are in the pink of health and enjoying studies. Am I right? Students, we have started Unit 1 from our Honeysuckle English textbook, and the first lesson was Who Did Patrick's Homework? We have already read it out in our Zoom classes. Now, I'll just give you a brief information about what the story is. As you can see in the above slide, there is a boy named Patrick and there is a elf. Elf is an imaginary character and it belongs to magical stories. So what happened? Patrick was a boy who was very lazy. He never wished to complete his homework. He never liked to do his homework because he thought it is boring. Instead, he liked to play basketball, Nintendo, and hockey. So he never used to do his homework. His teachers also said, "Child, you need to do your homework, otherwise, you will learn nothing." So that created no difference in Patrick's behavior. He just wanted to play and enjoy and never wanted to do his homework. One day he saw a cat of his, that is his pet cat, playing with a small doll. And then he went near and saw actually it was not a doll, it was an elf. You can see in the image that is a picture of an elf. So the elf was shouting, "Help me, help me." He wanted to free himself from the clutches of the cat. Patrick helped him out, and the elf said, "I'll grant you a wish if you save me from this cat." So Patrick was really happy. He saved the elf, he snatched away from the cat, and then elf asked, "What is your wish?" Then he said, "For 35 days, that is for the semester, you're supposed to do my homework. I don't like doing my homework, so you do my homework." The elf did not wanted actually to do homework because he was not knowing anything about studies, but as he has promised, true to his words, he has to do his homework, and he started doing. But the elf was knowing nothing about mathematics, science, English, history, nothing. So every time he shouted on Patrick's name, "Patrick, give me this book, give me that book, go bring more books from library." And in that way he used to harass Patrick, and Patrick used to help him out in every way he could. He used to stay up late nights, he used to read out the dictionary along with him, he used to solve maths problem because the elf was knowing nothing about maths tables, or he was neither knowing addition, subtraction, or division. So Patrick used to help him out, and they both used to do the homework together. All night Patrick used to work hard and complete his homework, and when he went to school his eyes were like very fluffy, and there was sleep and lots of sleep in his eyes. So in the same manner 35 days of the semester passed away, and then it was the time for the elf to go away. So he opened the back door and ran away, and Patrick went to school, and when the exams was over he got A's in all the subjects, and everyone was surprised. Even the teacher was surprised. How did Patrick get it? They smiled at Patrick, they praised him, and Patrick had developed a very new attitude towards his behavior. He was now a sincere child. Everyone in the class also admired him. So this was a change. But actually he thought that elf has done the homework. But the truth is, Patrick himself did his homework. So no one did Patrick's homework. Patrick himself did his homework. Understood, students? That is the story all about. Now I'll show you a short video, and then we will move ahead to the poem part. We have completed Unit 1, and in this video, both Unit 1 poem and prose is taken.
Story of Patrick's Homework by Carol Moore. Patrick was a young boy. He never did his homework. "Oh, it's too boring," he said. He played hockey, basketball, and Nintendo all the time. His teacher advised often, "Patrick, do your homework regularly, or you won't learn a thing." It was indeed true. He did feel like an ignoramus with his friends around. But what could he do? He hated homework. One fine day, when he was engrossed with his Nintendo, he found his pet cat, Tom, playing with a little doll. He quickly grabbed it. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a little elf. He was the tiniest creature that Patrick had ever seen. He yelled, "Hey, save me from this wild cat. I'll grant you a wish if you do. I promise you that." Patrick couldn't believe his luck. Here God had sent an answer to all of his problems. So he said, "Only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, I'll surely save you. If you do good work, I could even get A's in all the subjects." True to his word, the little elf began to do Patrick's homework, except for one small glitch. The elf didn't always know what to do and he needed lots of help. Help me, he'd say, and Patrick would have to help in whatever way. "I don't know this word, I don't know this problem," the elf squeaked and whined while attempting Patrick's homework. "Get me a dictionary. No, what's even better, look up the word and pronounce it well." When it came to mathematics, Patrick was out of luck. "What are timetables?" the elf shrieked with fear. "We elves never need that. Addition and subtraction and divisions and fractions. Oh my God! Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me, else I will never be able to do all this work." Elves know nothing about human history. To them, it's a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. "Go to the library. Fetch me books, as many as you can. Of course, help me read them too." As a matter of fact, every day, in every way, the little elf was turning out to be a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and blurry. Finally, the last day of semester arrived. The elf was now free to go. As for homework, there was no more. So he quietly and slyly slipped out the back door. 9. Patrick got his A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise for him. His parents were genuinely surprised. They wondered what had happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid. He cleaned his room, did his chores, was cheerful, never rude, like he was a completely different person. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made that tiny man do all his homework. But I'll share a secret, just between you and me. It wasn't the elf. Patrick had done it himself. Patrick had been tricked into doing his homework.
Now you understood the story of Patrick, and now we will move ahead to the next part, that is the poem part. And the poem is about a house and a home. The poet in the poem has described the difference between a house and a home. Okay, when we hear the word house and home, we think it is the same, but actually the poem has brought out the difference between a house and a home. So it is written by Lorraine M. Harley. What is a house? It's brick and stone and woods that hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lots of door. What is a home? It's loving and family and doing for others. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It's unselfish acts and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones you're always caring. So, what is said in this poem, students? That a house is made up of lifeless things like bricks, wood, stone, window, glass. It may have a yard, but it may have eaves and chimneys, tile floors, stucco, roofs, and lots of doors. But it's all made up of materialistic things, non-living things, things which do not have life, do not have feelings. But what is a home, students? Home is loving and family. Everyone has a family and a family cares for everyone in the family. Yes, family के सब members एक दूसरे की care करते हैं ना. So that is a home. A home is a place where everyone cares for every other person in the family and doing for others, and they do things without any selfishness. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. So brother, sister, father, mother, all they form the part of family. they form the home. And it's unselfish acts and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones you're always caring. That means we show each other that we care for others. We do unselfish act. We don't ask for anything after doing something for a family member. आपकी मम्मी खाना बनाती तो खाना बनाने के बाद वो आपसे कुछ मांगती है कि मैंने तेरे लिए खाना बनाया, चल मुझे ये दे. Yes, it's not like that. So it's unselfish acts and kindly sharing. Come on, let's see a short video about it.
A House, a Home by Lorraine M. Harley. What is a house? It's brick and stone and wood that's hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lots of doors. What is a home? It's loving and family and doing for others. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It's unselfish acts and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones you're always caring.
That's all for today, students. I have explained you both the prose and the poem, and now it's your turn to complete your books. Keep them up to date. Checking dates will be given to you sooner or later. At that time, you're supposed to keep your books up to date. So complete your essay, complete your English notebook and general English notebook also. Do keep your books up to date. That's all for today. PDFs will be sent to you later. See you all very soon.